Leave it all to me.
Be still.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to sail!
The sound of the ocean waves.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail!
verbs is running a bit
As
low.
calm as always.
Weapons on this side are quite well maintained.
What a bountiful home.
The waves are as calm as always.
Time to set sail.
I wonder what's going on up there.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes,
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There are two important rules. One, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers, and with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize that... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that As for whether this shell has any practical application, well...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma, no sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Al-
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that?
What are we gonna do? Looks like we...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena and...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
The sound of the ocean waves. The waves are as calm as always.
Our stock of herbs is running a bit low.
Ahoy there, mateys! Time to set sail!
I wonder what's going on.
The waves are as calm as always.
Stock of herbs is running a bit low.
The waves are as calm as always. All clear as far as the eye can see. All clear as far as the eye can see. All clear as far as the eye can see.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
How many days has Daddy been alive?
I should have a story. Why'd they have to give me that?
My apologies!
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned fighters.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here for me. Obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seem to get on with just about in most people's eyes. I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection, a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So, they very kindly made special arrangements. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament. I seem to have gained another fan. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get...
Are you here for the Crux Clash?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught, but this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance—
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty incredible, huh?
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of Kung Fu, and countless other clans of— To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special It's a type of breathing exercise where you can For example,
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult.
We're clearly not that—
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about here. He doesn't have—
But recently, though, we heard that
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to— Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan and—
See you in the arena.
Are you here?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just— The Clash is a comprehensive test of Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we—
Me? Only a form— What? You— Not to mention, I've helped— They tried to sneak past me under the cover of dark. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into. I'm not saying I came.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5 treasure hoarders at a time is all in a day's work. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna keep looking.
I'll see you in the arena. But
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their cup.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are...
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped lead? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get his autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most...
Yep, he still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. It's just a formality for you, of course, but so far I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon, too. Put down.
Whoa.
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament?
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the...
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard...
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance, then? Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to...
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole... No, even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition... All right, it's showtime! You got this!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
Seems like you...
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go sign up. What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew it. So, what do you think, Kazuha? He totally dominated that guy.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from...
Well, I've fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liu was here. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, for one thing, so I'm putting you straight through...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals any-
To be fair,
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for... We're finally here, folks. The rails...
The captain Your opponent has fought many rounds. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you...
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is...
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly... I do not doubt your...
relax. My guy's at the top of his game.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose yourself.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
You're pretty good.
I'm sweating all over. It's a good... Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hand?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to... Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them.
Wow! Now that's true
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the final?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard, so don't get too...
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about...
Take flight!
Ah, it's you! I myself was...
me...
Why, yes. I faltered for but a brief moment. But before I knew it, he had given my stature. I have no fear of squaring up. Still, I'm sure he'll...
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to... I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of...
Oh, all right then. Hope you're
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is, in fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable.
He's right. But in my case, I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like some...
It is true that I am versed both in literary and... I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. But I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from a... Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know... Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds,
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in...
Aw, it's nothing really. Paimon just told them whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, he just naturally learned to use... Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skill.
My apologies!
Steady as stone.
Whirling snow! Yeah! Yeah!
Take flight. Leave it all to me.
Disappear!
My apologies!
Mind the deluge. Be still.
Wind blade!
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Yeah.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach, even with your opponent's speed. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks... Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always...
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the other?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the... and what influences... My apology for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently under... Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. So, in the outset, supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria, not to mention...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a...
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well.
Sounds a lot like something that got...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention! We've reached the climax of... We've seen many exciting battles. Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear and...
Wow!
I've been waiting.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his... But today's final round will... As for our other combat... Oh, come on, what could be taking... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would...
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will...
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're...
Come with me. I can sense the wind.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
escape!
Embrace the ice!
Nothing so with the wind!
Whirling snow!
Prepare yourself.
Yeah!
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
You're open! Freeze! You're open!
Be still.
Steady as stone.
Wind blade!
Take flight! Whirling snow!
I got careless. I got it's the wrong test subject. Wind blade!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me!
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, drat! If I only had a vision! Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me!
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely, speed, stealth... But most disappointing of all is it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! Fine! I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some...
Aha! So
I'd intended to win the After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to... Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. But somehow, you still managed to... After all I went through to get it? I think not. Really? Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is...
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief.
whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, do we?
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a
Take flight!
Disappear! Kamisato art. Suiyu!
Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still, put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities when people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity, but unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to know whether it were from the moment he stole the vision. I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me...
The vision didn't seem to respond.
I see. So you are also... No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Yeah, what's the story about?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I... All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
Whirling snow! Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified. And our hero here is the...
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor give...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been... In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most ardent.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a head count, we can get... Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're...
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? I suppose whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the... Until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, it's kinda hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all sappy now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message, I'll be heading back.
Okay, thanks for coming all this way to let us know.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Ad Astra Abyss...
Take flight! My apologies!
Leave it all to me.
You finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest.
Anchors away!
Ahoy there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after.
Oh, right. God.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for the... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Ugh, take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to read.
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred as the word suggests. Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got it. Now, let's head over to the Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Affairs Agency. Please have your documents of identification
ready. You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you...
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can...
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find...
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to... 400,000 mora total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. A processing fee is just a fig. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can... So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are outlanders, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after? Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer's been...
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price. You understand?
Not you too!
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking... In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Carisio, and he's a good friend of mine.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Good. That's a relief.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacle.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees that.
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate. Unbelievable. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
Crystal Marrow?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price. Now there's only one.
Isn't...
Exactly. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happened, we've tried communicating with the Commission directly. But this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Carisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention...
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the...
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district.
Got it. We're on.
Enjoy the blessing of Lesser Lord Kusanagi.